Shalom. All praise and honor and glory going to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone salutation to all you arguments out there pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity by way of the highways and byways, going out on the streets, teaching and preaching, and also by way of the internet. Shalom to you, very few aqua, very few sisters that's out there listening and learning. This is your brother Nayap, and I'm back with a news update. The only video I wasn't able to download and get up here was the California fires. So it's I got some California fires right now that's going on. So I say it's in Southern California from 1,100 acre blaze. This was from yesterday, going all the way up to 2,400 acres. All right, that was burned. So if you might want to look at that. So that's the only video I don't have in here, but I just figure I'll let you know if you want to look it up for yourself. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into this lesson. And yeah. Oh yeah.
Two environmental groups are suing to stop Florida from...
It's for fair use, and for educational purposes only. These videos is for fair use, and educational purposes only.
Opening that massive ICE detention center in the Everglades known as Alligator Alcatraz. The groups say the plans did not go to follow federal environmental review laws. The state's governor says he plans on processing people there as soon as next week. Two
just an incredible vehicle. And touchdown confirmed.
Congratulations.
Welcome home, New Shepard 33, Solstice 33. What an incredible flight today. It's an incredible moment for these astronauts to come back.
All right, a Cybertruck burned so hot after the crash that the driver's bones vaporized. All right, a Texas man died after his Tesla Cybertruck crashed and burst into flames with the battery igniting in what experts call a thermal runaway. The fire reportedly reached 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to disintegrate human bone. The victim was trapped inside as the vehicle's electronic doors failed and manual releases were inaccessible. The victim's family has filed a lawsuit accusing Tesla of negligent design and lack of emergency safety measures. This case is reigniting questions around the safety of EV batteries and whether companies are doing enough to protect drivers in extreme crashes. This.
Hey, how are you all? So the Israeli ambassador is calling the Prime Minister or President of Cyprus anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic because he wants to make policies, he wants to enforce policies that no other nation, especially Israel, can buy up property in certain parts of Cyprus. Especially that there's rumors roaming around that Cyprus is going to be the backup plan. Like if the Israel plan in Palestine doesn't work out, then they're going to do what they did to Palestine to Cyprus. I shit you not. I shit you not. And since from 2020, when a few hundred Israelis brought property, that number today has jumped to a couple of thousand buying up properties. And do you know what they do with these properties? And do you know what kind of properties they buy, these Israelis? Villas, like restaurants, hotel rooms. And you know what they do? You want to know what they do? They segregate it. They block it off and only allow Israeli Jews, self-proclaimed Jews. They only allow Israelis to enter these bars, these swimming pools, these restaurants, blocking them off, saying, no. You cannot make this fucking shit up. You just cannot fucking make this shit up. And he's also saying that the people of Cyprus are are just blatantly racist towards the Israelis because they're chanting Free Palestine. What do you think? Why do you think that is? Why do you think the Greek Cypriot fucking people are doing that? What, they don't want you there. You think that nobody has got eyes and ears? You think nobody sees the war crimes that the Israelis post online with pride? You don't think we watch the Israeli news? You don't think we watch the nightclubs, like videos of the nightclubs, like Israeli nightclubs? How they got their special little techno fucking song saying death to all Palestinians, death to all the babies. You think they don't see all that shit? You don't think that they fucking...
Australian scientists are transforming beetles into living robots. They've equipped the insects with microchipped backpacks, guiding them in one direction or another.
We send simulation signals that the beetle kind of interprets as like some obstacle to their right, and so they will turn left if we simulate the right antenna, and vice versa.
They're hoping to one day deploy the beetles in natural disaster zones to search for survivors.
It's not gonna stop. I don't think it's gonna burn down. That's why they can stop that fire and then that motherfucker. It's not gonna stop. I don't think it's gonna burn down. That's why they can stop that fire and then that.
Have you guys ever heard of the Greater Israel Project?
What is Greater Israel? Imagine Israel encompassing Palestinian territories such as the West Bank and Gaza, Lebanon, parts of Syria, including Damascus, a portion of southern Turkey, western Iraq, Jordan, northern Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and parts of Egypt, including the Sinai Peninsula, totaling approximately 650,000 square miles. Based on Genesis 15:18 in the Hebrew Bible, which describes a promise of land from the river of Egypt to the Euphrates, some Jewish nationalist and religious groups view this concept as a fulfillment of that biblical promise.
This is Netanyahu, so it's not a made-up thing.
Blessing.
He's actually showing you this is the blessing,
On the other
that's
hand,
the curse.
A dark future of despair. It's a map of a blessing.
So he's promoting it too, so it's not some arbitrary thing. This is what they believe they deserve. Have you guys ever heard of the Greater Israel Project?
What is Greater Israel? Imagine Israel encompassing Palestinian territories such as the
One of the hottest June days on record. Now, the second June heatwave continues today across parts of the UK, and in southeast England, we could see temperatures hit 33 or 34 degrees Celsius. There's even a low chance of 35 degrees Celsius. It's unlikely to be the hottest June day ever on record. That was in 1976 in Southampton at 35.6 degrees Celsius. Northern Ireland and Scotland are not in a heatwave. They'll keep temperatures in the high teens, the low 20s, and for all of us, the heat will be over by Wednesday. As the climate continues to warm, we can expect these heat waves to be more intense and last for longer.
think in this video, it was a, what y'all call that? I think it was like a cement block or like some type of stone or brick had ended up going through the window and cracking her in the face. So
46 Celsius recorded in Spain, 46.6 Celsius in Portugal. These temperatures over the weekend have set new national June records and are some of the highest June temperatures ever recorded in Europe. Now, the all-time European temperature record currently stands at 48.8 Celsius. That was set in Sicily, in southern Italy, back in August 2021. Now, the heat wave is caused by a ridge of high pressure, and that's going to be moving east over the next few days. So whereas the temperatures will ease a little bit in Spain and Portugal, the extreme heat is going to spread to central and eastern areas of Europe over the next
So I'm walking down the pathway right now to the end of the road. Sweet.
Washed up ashore, all the way to 61 bodies washed up ashore with their hands and feet shackled. Y'all cannot tell me that this is not genocide against Hispanic people. What's going on in America right now in front of our eyes, for us not to be furious and outraged about this, I don't understand. Half of the people that stay in America that can be so heartless and not care about other human lives. Do y'all realize that this go on to the Hispanics? It can happen to us too, man. And I'm gonna keep dropping these videos.
that's about you know, a lot of the northern tribe been getting loaded up in the back of these cargo planes and dumped off hundreds of miles away in the middle of the fucking ocean, and now they're washing up at different resorts and vacation spots. All right. A lot of heat wave. Salakia, hold on, y'all. Motherfucker keep calling me. If I'm not answering the phone, they should know why I'm not answering the phone, right? They should know why I'm not answering the phone. Fuck, man. Stop calling my fucking phone. Hey, if y'all ever knew somebody that like keep calling your shit, just ignore it, bro. Like, this shit pisses me off. This motherfucker know if I'm not answering my phone, I'm not answering it for a reason. There's nobody here, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop it, man. I'm doing something right now. And 9 times out of 10, they know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. My bad, y'all. Let me get back to that news update for y'all. Salakia, y'all had to hear all that bullshit. Motherfuckers just be on that dumb shit. Here it is. You didn't call 3-4. I just got off the phone with you. It's been like 3-4 times. You didn't call me. Stop fucking calling me. I got to try to see where the fuck I'm at. Where we at, y'all? Here we go. We right here. I remember. Let's click on this one. Slovakia.
The Department of Defense abruptly shutting down its satellite data delivery program, and it's sending meteorologists scrambling. This is a huge deal, especially when you consider the fact that we are just getting into hurricane season. We haven't even reached the peak of hurricane season. The forecasters say they are extremely concerned, and that's because they're only going to receive about half the data they're used to, which makes it problematic when you think about accuracy as well as tracking a hurricane in real time. As you take a look at the video from previous hurricane seasons, starting Monday, June 30th, the Department of Defense is going to stop ingesting, processing, and transmitting real-time microwave data collected aboard 3 weather satellites. Meteorologists say this is going to severely impede and degrade hurricane forecasts for this season and beyond, and as a result impacting tens of millions of Americans who live in hurricane-prone areas. Hurricane experts say without this satellite imagery, there's going to be an increased risk of sunrise surprise, meaning when the sun goes down and then comes up, a hurricane could rapidly intensify, gain speed, perhaps become more powerful, and make landfall sooner than expected.
I think are going to be cases this year when certain warnings are delayed because of this. It might mean that evacuations get delayed because of this, and you could lose lives because of this.
Sounds frightening, but retired National Hurricane Center Branch Chief James Franklin underscoring the reality for forecasters in their communities, especially with a more active hurricane season than normal expected this year. And here's the thing, we reached out to the Department of Defense and asked why right now. The DoD sent us to the Air Force. The Air Force then sent us to the Navy, and we're still waiting to hear back as of why right now, Alex.
Yesterday in your interview that you can't participate fully in society if you can't see people's faces.
Yep.
It's not the case, though, is it, that you're worried about face coverings? This is a Muslim issue you have.
No, it's not. And the bottom line is, I don't believe you can fully participate in British society if you're not prepared to show your face. It precludes you from a good number of jobs. I mean, you couldn't be a teacher, you couldn't be a nurse, for example. I think it's one of the reasons why you have 58% of Muslim women at the moment who are not economically, they're not working. They're unemployed, and therefore that's bad for the economy and it's bad for the state.
But lots of people, of course, cover their faces. I mean, you might cover your face because you have a health issue,
or
you might wear a scarf, you might have a beard.
Well, yeah, I've got a beard. I mean, a beard is a face covering, isn't it?
Yeah, but the difference is, you can see my whole face. I mean, when you're talking about the niqab, you can only see the eyes. With the burqa, you can't even see that. You can't fully integrate into society.
But, for instance, blind people can't see other people's faces. Are you saying that they can't integrate into society?
Hang on, look. We have a problem with integration in society at the moment. I remember you had Dame Casey sitting here a couple of months ago. Integration is getting worse and not better. You can't integrate fully into British society unless you're prepared to show your face. And then beyond that, there's the security issue. Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, but the point is, there's all sorts of reasons why you might not be able to see someone's face, or someone may choose to disguise their face. What I'm trying to establish is, your point is specifically about Muslim women, isn't it? It's not actually, it's about religion.
No, it's not about religion. It's about
face
people
covering.
showing their face for two reasons. One, integration, and secondly, for security. Because as I said, whether we like it or not, we're the most watched people in the world. There's more CCTV in this country than anywhere else on the planet. And for CCTV to be effective, you need to see
Paul, are you going to stop then people wearing any form of scarf around their face when it's cold? Because they won't be showing up on CCTV. Where do you take the natural logic of your position? Will you ban people of all ethnicity from wearing scarves to cover their
We know what they trying to do, man. You know?
faces in cold weather?
Look.
Well, that's a serious question.
Look, hang on. Do you know, I can't walk into a bank with a crash helmet on. I can't walk into a bank with a
You can't walk down the street past all the CCTV cameras that you're talking about, that you're concerned about, from a purely security point of view.
Yes.
Where you want CCTV
to
identify people.
To be effective.
Are you going to ban people from wearing scarves over their faces in winter?
No, of course not.
Why?
Of course not.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because look, I can't walk. You know, I don't think people should be able to wear scarves on their faces or balaclavas or crash helmets in the Trafford Centre, for example. And you shouldn't be able to wear the niqab or the burqa.
But you can down the street.
But you can down the street.
Okay, breaking news. It's the one that we've all been dreading. Iran has responded. It's official. Just minutes ago, reports have come out that Iran has fired several missiles towards a number of U.S. bases and the ones that we have confirmed right now is in Qatar, and the other one is in Iraq. But keep in mind, the U.S. operates out of 27 bases in the Middle East, and multiple other countries have been put on high alert. So we don't know if it's just these two bases or a multi-targeted front right now, targeting multiple. Now, Iran have called this operation Basharat Fath, which translates to promise of victory, and they say they have now begun their, quote, mighty and victorious response to the U.S. strikes. Now, Donald Trump and a number...
Something extremely weird seems to be happening in the United States. Also, possibly even a countdown to some kind of event happening on the ground in the United States. This guy has been popping up everywhere with warnings the last few days, numbering each day we're going into. But once I show you what's happening in the background and also what's happening in Iran, shut up, this may be a credible threat.
People, 5 days. That's it. That's all. I don't need it anymore. I'm leaving. Okay? Just wait. Let's start the countdown. 5 days.
And then from today, we have apparently 4 days.
What's up, everyone? Just 4 days. Left 4 days. And who I am, that's not your business.
China just showcased their mosquito-sized micro-drones. On June 14th, China unveiled the mosquito-sized micro-drones on national TV that are tiny spy bots built for military missions. Now, these were engineered by students at the National University of Defense Technology in Hunan, and these drones measured to be 1 to 2 centimeters long and weigh under 0.3 grams, so it's basically invisible to the naked eye. And they also mimic how insects actually move in real life. Their hair-thin legs, stick body designs, and some are actually controlled via smartphone. Now, these tiny machines pack cameras, sensors, and control circuits into microscopic frames, and they're supposed to be used for covert urban surveillance and even bomb disposal. And apparently they can even listen in on conversations indoors, gather intelligence unnoticed, and potentially be weaponized in the future. Now, China showcased this as a major leap in micro-robotics and military modernization, but trust me, they are not alone. Countries like Norway and the US are racing to develop similar technology.
Iran just launched their first nuke at Israel. No, this is not a joke. This was just posted 30 minutes ago. This has to be one of the craziest explosions I've ever seen, and probably because it's a nuke. You can see once again the Israel city in just a little firebomb. Then all of a sudden it ignites into all of these sparks. And obviously this is the beginning of the nuke. There's literally fire flames. You would think this is just a picture of a campfire, but this flame is higher than a skyscraper. Genuinely unbelievable. Then as you can see, the big giant mushroom cloud. But guys, once again, this is not a joke. Like, there's literally innocent lives right here in the city. Innocent Israel lives that everybody in this comment section cares about. We all care about Israel lives, guys. This is truly devastating. Here's another image. This is
The U.S. military confirms bunker buster bombs were not used in the Iran nuclear site strike. Instead, cruise missiles were launched.
Breaking, Amazon is almost at the point of using more robots than humans in its factories and fulfillment centers. The number of robots that Amazon used just exceeded 1 million in its factories. Soon, the robots will be running Amazon and the humans will be in the minority. And remember, Amazon is ramping up its robot strategy to the extreme. It's already testing robots to do delivery to your door, not drones, humanoid robots. This news is so vital because a lot of people think that the tech revolution is far off and that their jobs are safe. But what they don't realize is that we are literally in the middle of it. It's not only Amazon that's using almost half of robots to do all of its work in factories, it's tech companies like Salesforce. The Salesforce CEO just said that half of all their engineering work is done by AI. So while people are talking about the robot and AI revolution like it's far off, it is happening right now. Pay attention. And to all the companies out there happily bragging about replacing.
I know the last nigga was zesty. I was gonna say, but he was talking about the Amazon shit, so I let it flow. I was gonna say with this video right here, basically it's a streamer or whatever that she had ended up linking up with, and this is what she talking about.
Lie, Reggie's girlfriend just said something crazy.
I'm the type of bitch that's gonna rob you while you sleep. If you think you gonna fly me out to fuck me, you're gonna wake up and all your shit gonna be gone.
She then proceeds to say she gonna teach you not to fly out strangers. Hey, data rates may apply, you may die. In GTA, I'm just keeping it facts. Telling y'all, stop letting social media have y'all believe shit just sweet like that. It is dudes out here that will put hands or worse if they wake up to you robbing them in GTA. Shoot, I know females that if they ever caught a dude trying to rob them after a little night out, they will up that fire on you in GTA, of course. You shouldn't be flying out to nobody that you know is trying to crack you, because then you know he's trying to crack you, but you have the plot in your mind to rob him. That's not gonna end well for you.
That's it for that. Stay away from these hyenas.
Shackled bodies have washed up from the Mediterranean Sea this year. Is it a coincidence that immigrants are being loaded onto cargo planes that open mid-air from the back? Is it a coincidence that they're choosing to transport them using a plane that uses much more fuel that's not as efficient? Is it a coincidence that they're also shackled?
There you go on that.
And people die in ICE custody. People die in county jail. People die in state prison. And people die in ICE custody.
See what he said? Let's go back.
And people die in ICE custody. People die in county jail. People die in state prison. And people die in ICE custody.
Yeah, obviously. Another video of them plagues.
Somebody gotta explain to me how this happened, y'all. A baby was born pregnant. A baby had a baby inside of him.
Now, only reason why I had kept this is just because, like, it can be, hey, man, I don't even know why, man, for real. I really didn't even mean to say this video. It's just crazy this shit be coming up like this on my page, that's all.
When the mother gave birth to her baby, the doctors was like, okay, why is the baby belly so big? So they did an ultrasound on the baby and found out that the baby was pregnant. So they said the chances of this happening is 1 in a million. When
in Florida, they have a competition to where who has the
Esau, Edom. See, told you, white people are not white. They are not the same color as a white t-shirt. They is not the same color as a pen or a piece of paper. All right, they are red. This is Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the ones who rule the world, the wicked ones. All right, Esau, Edom, alongside with Amalek, which is his grandson, which is the small hats with big noses. You get it? All right. So that's pretty much it. Because they're going to keep on asking me to free up space and stuff. So until next time, Shalom.